And the critical humanitarian situation is escalating in the northeastern province of Syria of Hasakeh, where the fifth consecutive day, thousands of families continue to be displaced as a result of the attacks by Daesh terrorists and air bombardments by the U.S. occupation forces, and also their separatist militia, the so-called Syrian Democratic Forces. Our correspondent, Hisham Wannous, has the details.
More than 3,900 families had to leave their homes in the southern neighborhoods of Hasakeh and went to temporary lodging centers in government-controlled areas through the corridors set up by the Syrian army. A critical humanitarian situation amidst harsh weather conditions, which prompted Damascus to urge UN organizations and other international humanitarian agencies to take all measures to provide assistance to these distressed families.
The situation is difficult because due to the bombings, the attacks and the destruction, we have to flee our homes only with our clothes and to save our children and our life. And here we are in a shelter where we receive the support of the authorities within their means, and yet the assistance is not enough and we do not know what to do or where to go.
Despite the total absence of international humanitarian and relief organizations, the Syrian authorities, in cooperation with the Syrian Red Crescent and some charity organizations, have continued to provide assistance to displaced families in Hasakeh, a work that Damascus denounces clashes against coercive measures imposed on Syria by countries that claim to defend human rights.
The chaos spread in our neighborhood due to the air bombings and attacks by the armed forces, and we were forced to flee and come to this place where the aid is not enough and does not reach all the displaced people, because there are not enough killed, not enough food, not enough space, and we do not know where we can go.
In the meantime, Damascus denounces that, under the pretext of pursuing escaped terrorists from a prison under the control of pro-U.S. separatist militias, Washington is continuing its air bombardment of northeastern Syria in a new attempt to recycle the Daesh terrorist entity to justify its legal military presence on Syrian soil.
Hisham Wannous, Telesur, Damascus, Syria.